I'm just waiting on the bus. At my age, the bus should have came, but I think I'm jinxed. Drugs just took over, and they don't want to heal it, because it's money. Businesses are making money on drugs. People's making money on drugs. Drugs just took over this goddamn neighborhood. I've been here for 20 years, and I've seen it grow and grow, I mean, you can't walk out your door unless somebody say, hey, you got a 50 cents or a cigarette. The only family I had is my neighborhood. And they're died out. Supposedly now I'm the only one around my age. I'm by myself. But I did time in prison, so I'm used to being by myself. That was rough, but you know what? It taught me to find out who I was and what I am. I think everybody ought to do that. You have nightmares at night, normal people. That's your bones or your conscience talking to you. You got to confront them. Come peace with your inner self before you can become peace without here. And I've done this. And I'm not ashamed of anything that I've done. I might not be proud of it, but I'm not ashamed of it because it was a growing process of the road that I took. Or I had to take. And I grew from it. It's too bad I didn't have kids and a fancy house, which I could have had. But I walked a road that I chose to be on, or was put on, and I made the best of it. And I may come. I'm a good guy. I'm proud of what I am. I'm not ashamed of nothing. I'm proud. And there's a lot of people here on Wells Street could probably tell you the same thing. Maybe some of them ain't as good as lucky as I am. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I fell in a bucket of shit, come out smell like a rose. That's neighborhood kids. There used to be a little machine shop right there at the corner there, a one-room machine shop. And that used to be Murphy's IGA. And we used to run around the neighborhood with a garbage can lid and wooden sticks as swords. Sir Arthur. Or go down to the park and play football when our parents gave us permission. The biggest thing was get Wonder Bread from Murphy's IGA and sit on the curb watching the streetcars pass. Click, 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 click. This was kind of like middle class working people. Most of them worked at General Electric. Maybe some at the Harvester, but it was just a close-knit family around this neighborhood. Everybody knew everybody. We didn't have too much of nothing, but it was nice. We just made it. It was good people. I knew you, I knew her, I knew him, I knew everybody, everybody knew me. You knew my mom and dad, everybody knew everybody. Everybody was uptight. Just a middle class clique. Big family affair, which don't happen nowadays. You know, everybody's dog eat dog. My money's bigger than your money, you know. If they only knew. Yeah. I moved on the east end of town for a while. I lived on Grand Avenue, 1334 Grand Avenue. From the 6th grade up to freshman in high school. Went to Fort Wayne Central. Played basketball for Central. Then I got in trouble with the police and they put me on a farm. We moved on a farm in Holden, and that's where I stayed. Most prettiest time of my life was living on a farm. And I think nowadays, if I had kids, I think everybody, if you got kids, ought to live on a farm. It's peaceful. It's down to earth. People are caught up nowadays in money. My dog's bigger than your dog. Well, I'm faster with a gun than you are. And that's not the way it's supposed to. It was the Fonzie era. The happy days. Nobody knows what the happy days is other than on TV, and they think that's bullshit. It wasn't bullshit. And see, they forgot it other than on TV. The fast cars, fast women, gardeners uptown, hit Azars. You go south, north, west, gardeners, fast cars, drag racing, up and down these goddamn streets. Oh man, it was, yeah. And you know what? It didn't hurt nobody. I go up to gardeners uptown. Sit up there waiting on that old girl that came in here. She used to be a dancer here. Now she's an old lady. Yeah. We be sitting up there in my car, a 59 Oldsmobile. I mean, like about 5 inches off the pavements. They had them speed bumps. Bubble skirts on it with the flames. Up there, that's where all the fast cars was up there, gardeners, you know. Sitting up there with cherry vodka. You had a fifth of cherry vodka and a girlfriend. You was going places that night. Hell, yeah, you did. I'd be drinking, order a Coke. That's all you had to do, and you could sit there for hours, just order a Coke or a hamburger once in a while. The cop would come up. Gary, you all right? First name basis. Cops didn't bust your ass. They didn't beat you up. They didn't arrest you. You're gonna be all right. Don't drive that goddamn car. So you pull that car out, you're gone. That was the happy days. Good beer, nice girls, good family. What more could you want? Some potatoes on the table, some gravy, smiles. Nobody messed with nobody. And what happened to it, I don't know. First offense, no juvenile record, no adult record. But you know why I got into snorting coke? And I got into the habit of having no less than $1,000 a day in my pocket, and I liked it. Whew. Yes. I'm one of the assholes that learned the hard way. Money's great. It's fantastic. But it's also great if you learn it. You don't steal it. Fastest way I know of making money. But you know what? You got to pay for it. It's going to come back on it. What goes around is going to come around on you. And I did 18 years. I wasn't supposed to be in there. I was a dumb farm kid. When they put me in that life, and then I became that life. You are what your environment is. Rehabilitation, there's no rehabilitation. You learn tricks of the trade. But it's all in your mind and heart whether you want to become that or whether you just want to be left alone or do your time and come out maybe a better person. And I came out. I've been free now since 1993. I have no reports of no kind of police, nothing. They're friends with me. They wave at me, they talk to me. I'm rehabilitated. If there is a rehabilitated. My dad liked taking my check from the harvester, and I couldn't handle that, so I took it from him. And I went to Texas, and I stayed down there, worked the oil field, and my main occupation was the oil field. I worked for Pan American. I worked for a lot of your sub-countries, Conoco, Hum. And then I got about 7 years down Mississippi opening up a gas field in Mississippi. I worked the oil field. And then I worked for Indiana Gunite, which did high-span bridges. They used to stick me down in nuclear reactor stacks, blowing 800 pounds of concrete. I did that. Swinging on a swinging scaffold. You go for about 12 foot, it's stainless steel, and the rest of it's concrete. I did hide the pillars of the Centennial Bridge across Mississippi. I did the 5-mile bridge across Lake Pontchartrain in Slidell, New Orleans. Flagship Hotel in Galveston, Texas. I was a construction worker, free white, 21, didn't give a shit about nothing. Money, fancy cowboy boots, and a duffel bag. Wasn't married, no kids. I didn't give. Yeah, that was me. When you're young and dumb and full of whatever, you know what? And you got money, $300, $400, $500 a week coming in. And you got about 6 or 7 other of us guys. They mess with me, they got to mess with you guys. Or they mess with him and they got to mess with us, God. You drink, fight, and copulate. Copulate is the word for it. Yeah. Every name you can think of, I've been called. I've been called Wild Man. I've been called Teardrop, Billy Jack. I've been called the Godfather of Wells Street. I've been called late for supper. You know, I've been called it all. But you know what? I'll answer to it all too. Hey, bud. That's Hillbilly. Long time, Hillbilly. I'm goddamn.
What that burn it? What can I say, brother?
I don't know, but you see, I'm on camera and they're making a video. You are too, I guess, now. Yeah, you're famous now. You're my accomplice. Yeah, they got you down as my accomplice now.
I'd stop and holler, though.
Damn, here comes another one. That's another one of the... Uh-oh. Oh, God, no. Is your camera big enough for all this?
I don't mean to be rude, but I'm going to make like a then and split.
You still down there?
Yes, sir. Hell yeah, is bullfrog waterproof? Well, I'll see y'all.
See, that's what I was telling you about. The neighborhood. That's in a way the way it used to be. You know, it didn't used to be pull a gun on each other and shoot you. It didn't used to be call you names. We were just all, I'm going to say poor people, but we weren't poor. Hey, buddy. We weren't poor people. We were happy people. And if you keep that in your ear, you always will be happy. Seems like nowadays all they want to do is sell drugs and pork each other. And all you got to do is sit on a milk crate out here and drink a few beers and you can watch the bullshit. The pantry. It's nasty. Used to be a good neighborhood goddamn bar, but now they think they own the joint. Jerry Springer had a program over here in 1985. Jerry Springer and Steve Wilkle, when he was the bouncer for Jerry Springer, had a program over here. When I think it was Pam's, wasn't it, Chuck? Pam?
Pam's, yeah.
Yeah, Hartman's or Pam's, yeah.
No, it was.
Pam's place.
Who had the quarter of beer night?
But this
Who had the quarter of beer night? Finally, they had put a stop to it.
Yeah. I mean, you used to go out there in the parking lot and find blood all over. I mean, yeah.
There was a time where they didn't serve bottled beer or any glasses.
Oh, don't. They still don't.
People would use them for weapons.
Man. Yeah, there was blood. I mean, it was red out there. One of the old Kelly Wayne. Kelly Wayne was a karate dude. And he kicked ass out there in that parking lot. I mean, I've been knocked out of every goddamn door out of that place, you know what I mean? And they didn't know me back then. That's while I was...
Somebody hit my brother with a baseball bat right in the head.
This was all neighborhood. You know, Sean and I get in a goddamn fight right now. Tomorrow night we'd be over there drinking. Yeah, hell yeah. That's the way it was. It ain't none of this bang bang bullshit. They watch too many soap operas, play video games, and they think their shit don't stink nowadays. Kids nowadays are dingy doll. They got a screw loose. You did it the old-fashioned way. You did it the right way. You don't like the way my dog looks. I don't like the way your dog looks. Well, screw you, and bam. And you get to thinking about it after everything's over with, you know, and tomorrow you come up and say, hey, what's up? Let's see, that was a different era, a different time. I don't know what happened to these, you know, and you guys are younger than me, so I'm maybe taking offense to you peoples. I hope I'm not, but it's a different world nowadays. It's a dog eat goddamn dog world nowadays. There ain't no sitting around like we're doing right now and drinking beer and being friendly. And you know what? Tomorrow we can still sit around and drink beer and be friendly. People don't even know how to survive. People, if this world would fall apart right now, if you take your car and your telephone away from me, what the hell would you know what to do? When's it going to knock this country down and be humble? You know, be grateful for what you got, satisfied with what you have. You know what I mean? I like to have a beautiful wife when I was married. I got an ugly one. But I was humble. She was my wife. You know? I'm tired. I wish my time would hurry up and come on. But you know, while I'm here, I'm going to make the best of what I can make the best of. You know what I mean? And I ain't going to let nobody down. And if more people could think that, you know. But they don't think that nowadays. They're fake. Everything is fake. Life is fake. I got a painting on my wall. I think it's worth some money, but so outdoor scene. I can't go to the woods, so I look at my paint, drink a beer. I don't hurt nobody. I don't go out on the streets, raise hell. I look at my painting and dream. Could have been, should have been, would have been. I'm just happier than hell. I'm just waiting on the bus and I'm smiling. I'll pay that goddamn $1.25. Oh yeah, just get me the hell out of here. You know, life's a bowl of fucking cherries and we live in pits. We do. And no more seeds around. Yeah, it's just one fat fucking fantastic fucking bullshit. It's how you make stuff. Yeah, it's how you make it. You know what? I wouldn't do it over. I swear to God, I wouldn't do it over. No, hell no. I've had one hell of a goddamn good life. I've known some good goddamn fantastic friends. I've had my enemies. I've lived up and I've been down. I've been all around. I'm just Gary.